A woman was talking on the phone when her money fell down. A girl who was selling Lay's chips saw the money. She picked it up and called the woman, but the woman sat in her car and drove away. With the money, there was also a paper that had the woman's address. The chip-selling girl went to that address. A maid opened the door and asked, "What do you want?" The girl asked, "Is Madam at home?" The maid said, "No, Madam is not at home." "Why?" The girl replied, "Your madam dropped her money. I came to return it." The maid took the money and said, "Yes, I will give it to madam." The girl left. The maid went inside happily and said, "Good, now I have money for my mother's treatment." She hid the money under her pillow. Madam came home. The maid asked, "Should I make something for you?" Madam said, "You still haven't made anything? I am very hungry. I will eat outside. I have a lot of work." Madam then asked, "Did anyone come here to give me money?" The maid quickly said, "No, no one came." Madam said, "Okay, keep dinner ready. I will eat at night." And then she left. The maid sat down and said, "Thank God I am safe." Later, the chip-selling girl was sitting nearby. Madam came there. The girl said, "Madam, you are here?" Madam said, "Yes, what happened?" The girl replied, "Madam, your money had fallen, so I gave it to your maid." Madam said, "But I never got that money." Madam decided to test the maid. She gave some more money to the girl and told her to give it again to the maid. When the maid saw her again, she asked, "Why did you come back?" The girl said, "I had kept half of the money with me before, so now I came to return the rest." The maid got angry and said, "Oh, so you are a thief. I thought you were honest. Go away from here." The girl left. The maid happily hid that money under her pillow too. Madam came again and asked, "You look very happy. Why?" The maid quickly replied, "I just remembered a joke. That's why I laughed." Madam asked again, "Did anyone come here to give me something?" The maid said, "No, madam, no one came." "Why do you keep asking the same question?" Madam called the girl and said, "Do you know this maid?" The maid quickly said, "No, I don't know her." Madam said, "When she came the second time to give money, I sent her. Why are you stealing in my house?" The maid said, "Madam, my mother is very sick. I wanted to use the money for her treatment. That's why I hid it." Madam replied, "If you needed help, you could have asked me, but you should not steal." The maid begged, "Please forgive me. This is my first and last mistake. I will not do it again." Madam said, "Give me back my money." The maid returned the money, but Madam removed her from the job. Then Madam turned to the chip-selling girl and said, "I am very happy to see your honesty." She gave the girl some money as a reward. Did Madam do the right thing by giving money to the poor girl for her honesty, or was it wrong? Write your opinion in the comments.